man left behind. But
oh, here it is. Thank you very much, EVS. Yes, it was. His own wingman got him. That's criminal. That's criminal. Look how far away it is.
Fracture is going to be the first one. Icebox second.
It's not
So
the same
we
maps. It's a mirror matchup. We didn't see the Kayak versus Miniboo on Neon last time, so this is exciting.
Steel and Orbital too, but I think they're very aware of the few spots on the map. There could be less saying that. Rians is the first to take a duel, but Chronicle at range should have them dead to rights. Obviously not wanting to overface, but here's the steps coming and just farming up those orbs. Eventually he's going to get overwhelmed though, and this could be a problem. That's now the rifle. Look at the guns that are left for Fnatic. They've only got the pistols remaining. One comes up for Alpha here, but this has all fallen apart.
Boaster's got a chance. Still gonna hurt the economy, but oh, never mind. He can't pull it back in their favor. The round 2 response from this round can easily fall apart for Heretics. It's a brave stand out in the middle of the open. And he will find one on low HP. That's as solid as you could hope for, but Woot being rooted leaves Rienz alone. The last man standing, players all around, but he isolates it to just Chronicle. The time ticking, and it's already gone. The headshot confirms it. A Red Bull clutch for a 3-1 lead.
Boaster's another highlight as well. He's had a good season individually, but struggled when it came to this matchup, maybe having to focus a little bit more with how aggressive some of these plays can be. Chronicle though, ready and waiting. Always been one of his best maps over on Fracture. And for now at least they have the opening advantage.
Oh, that timing perfect on the swing. Alpha here took a while to get there. He's a little quicker swinging onto Boo though. Benji Fishy only got one last round. He wasn't happy with that. Steps up for a second, but not quite the third. It's Alpha here to take it across the line. Putting just Rienz up against the rest. They know exactly where he is. He's tripping wires. He's caught by the ult, and now he's in a fight with Kayak. Not one that many get to live to tell the tale of.
On a map of their choice, they'd be strong in it. Pace change though coming in, and wow, Alpha here, he's been at the right place at the right time.
Already mentioned, you know, early on, it was his former teammate Rienz, the one putting up those numbers, but Alpha very much leading the charge on the server in these last couple rounds. And on the scoreboard, as we see more bodies thrown at that site, they'll finally deal with him, but the reinforcements are here. Players covering all the angles from Sand and Spawn. They will take this round and the lead out of Team Heretics' hands.
Rienz already eliminated by Alpha here, putting things back into that 4v4 scenario, and now looking to try and clear things together. They need to get this close position out though, and Miniboo's just looking to try and survive in the corner, just dancing with death, but he survives all the way back around. And while trying to clear him, that spike has been slowly ticking away. Chronicle with another. The trades coming back and forth, but still the attack have the time on their side, and with the salvos buying an extra few seconds at a peak, able to come from either side, but Kayak manages to land both shots!
So he uses that to buy time, to force a fight, and eliminating their smoker. I mean, imagine, they smoke main, they can defuse underneath their nose. Instead, one man has to hold while the other defuses. Time was desperately close to a good start, but disruption early on from Heretics has slowed down. And now it could be Fnatic's time to shine. Big pick for Kayak early. That dish control working wonders, and the response on the other side is to try to push Boaster. Try and fail.
Already, Ultimate thrown in, both players hit. Woot just trying to survive at the back of the site, and they know exactly where he is, clinging desperately to life. There should be no way out of this round for the side of Heretics, with Boaster adding his third to the death toll, and eventually we will see that half going in the direction of Fnatic. 7-5 side of the map, making that realization, okay, they're going to A. Let's start clearing out the other side, and now the smokes fall, and they are nowhere to be seen.
They already got rid of that camera early on inside B main, so it's not to be worried about. Rienz dealt with. He was already so desperately low. Boo ahead of the curve, but Chronicle still picks him up. Now just one away from that Rolling Thunder, and one pick away from putting double digits on the board. There's Rolling Thunder online, one way or another. And Miniboo doesn't stand the greatest chance of taking this across the line. I don't know how far away Crashies is from those salvos, but I think they'll be online fairly soon. Even as Miniboo continues to chip away at this task, it's like Atlas, it will never end. Certainly not in his favor. As the players continue to be picked off, salvos come online, time keeps ticking, and it's still not halfway. Beautifully played, no matter how strong Miniboo is.
They never won it. It was because of this squad in front of them. Even if internationally they did better. Kayak, he definitely knows that there's a target to be had, and well, is waiting for Riens to make his move. So aware of these positions, and even under pressure, he's still landing the shots.
They'll be ticking away in the background, and other players throwing themselves at this fight. Boo would have to root Crashies out first. He has found him and taken him down. Recovered the weapon for the magazine, finds his third, now it's down! No one! A few shots away from an unbelievable clutch, but Boaster in the last half. Certainly far from an easy round. Trap already destroyed. Benji will be under pressure anytime now. An ultimate put into play. Kayak on his way straight through. There it is activated. But Miniboo's the first to draw blood. It's Benji under the pressure as predicted. Miniboo to fall as well. Numbers kept even, but the attack side has space. Rolling Thunder keeps the spike in the defender's hands. They've got it dropped in towards main for now, but Alphayer with a quick double puts this one to bed, smoking off the spike and taking it from under Rien's nose, and now a 1 versus 3. A big play coming in as well. Down below you can see that Alpha is lurking, making his way around to close this out from behind. Rien's worried about the players in main. Now he's got an idea though. Alpha hits the shot anyways.
An operator alongside ultimate for Miniboo. It feels like they've almost put all their eggs in one basket. He's dead immediately. Alpha here again with the opener.
I was saying earlier, you can't take anything away from him. His utility so important here on the attack, but now he's starting to claim a name for himself with the gun in hand. I think just one behind Kayak. In terms of frags, Mike just matched up there. Benji down on the ground, and the dominoes all falling in favor of Fnatic. Boo even lost on that south side push. Weakness here on the Fnatic side. I think Boaster 1 away from having, in fact, there it is, the same amount of kills as the last time these two met in a series. This is a Fnatic fired up in the upper bracket finals, and now 1 map to the good.
Petra, you are a Sage enjoyer as we take a look at this, and we're going to see a Sage on the side of Fnatic.
Not the greatest soul. No one's really fallen for that, but there isn't much in terms of denial. They've already used some of that extra utility, and instead it's a slightly different plant. The Wingman's been dropped 12 seconds. Now that attack side has to get moving. They need to move forward and get somebody to try and plant that spike, and the fights are not going their way. Still yet to find a plant, and within the last second they're going to attempt it, but there are players peeking in. The plant will go down, but Kayak is quick to make sure nothing comes of it. Plant will go down. Armageddon a little bit further up behind, was hoping to force them forward, but with the space already taken by Miniboo, they weren't too wary about it. Still looking to hold on to that backline. Kayak is the snake in the grass, the second layer to this rotation, and it seems like at this stage the attack are completely unaware that there is another player coming in from behind.
God, they have no idea. And now even less so, looking for that retake, looking for the fight. Alpha, 8 HP. All hope may rest on Kayak's head, but he manages to find one. Alpha buys that little bit of space. The wall not quite lasting. The defensive side, an early flank yet again. Guess who it is? Kayak wrapping up behind, hasn't been spotted. And there's presence being shown by Fnatic, but they haven't committed just yet. Those weaker weapons, hesitant to take the fight. Will Heretics worry about their back in time? No, they won't. Kayak strikes, picks off the first. They're managing to hold the line against the onslaught from Spawn. Kayak, the man with the rifle, buys time, grabs their attention, and Crashies takes them both out.
Where, well, firstly, that shot's just absurd.
Come on.
But the second they realize that Benji is gone, they go, okay, well, we can now flank. We can get in behind them without too many issues, and I do feel like that's happened a few times now, where Heretics are just a little bit too unaware that, okay, we've lost our Sentinel. We need to be... Here comes the TikTok plays from Kayak. A cheeky wall put into position, and you're not going to expect it. That Miniboo gone already.
With the lack of Sage being put into play, Sure, we'll get the one around mid a little bit later on. For now, that one was more than enough to find the early advantage. Hunter's Fury thrown through. Chronicles desperately low, but he dodges both blasts that come his way. The op, although it's looking for the pick, it won't find Wingman. The plant in play.
This is clear.
Crash. Oh, it's got a lot of space and forcing the fights as they're out in the open and put in the dirt. 4 rounds now for Fnatic.
Backbreaker on the other side of things, because obviously it didn't start the way they wanted to, but you look at players like Kayak just thriving. Like, we talked about this when it first came in. Like, the Sage has always had its value. And time also becomes an issue. 2 slows and the wall available. They're walking straight into that crosshair, but Miniboo is going to find the trade. At least it's not another flawless. We're not getting the 3-peat of Inzo flawlesses, but that's a bit of a silver lining. Benchy's done well. Chronicle down. Still the salvos coming into play. Crashy's got to be the most irritating Teo to play against. With the timing, Wu has found some space. Unexpected, not known, but Alfia quick on the trade. In fact, he'll find both.
It's feeling like deja vu going back to Fracture. Rien stepping back just a little too far. The snake bite forcing him to be a little more cautious, but mistake made and quick reactions by Boaster to trade out Kayak after that opening pick. Gonna let them fully commit their hand so they can't turn back. Here goes the ult, and now the flank from Fnatic shows its full hand. One player goes back to deal with him, but there's actually 2 players on the flank, and they find out the hard way. Benchy at least able to pick off Chronicle. The players now are waiting on site. I say players, it's just one. It's Boo, isolated. But he has managed to fly under the radar. A 3 pick on Boaster and Alphayer. Here's the round they needed. Even the lockdown committed and denied. Needed. There's the pick and the res, and that brings them right back into the round.
And you finally managed to deal with Alfia, and someone brings him back to life. Counter lockdown going to be put into play. The round's so much more important than anything else. Alfia actually looking to try and play ahead of it, and he'll be dealt with by Riens. And while there's not a lot of time left, it won't matter.
Through. Fitting that while he's busy leading the team and forgetting about his own individual performance, it is the cerebral play that gets him on that board. I was worried there in the end, Tom. My heart skipped a beat. Seeing Kayak, 2 shots, loaded into the Outlaw, 2 opponents, low HP, below that 140. 4 players close by.
I think also having the drone, also having Wingman as well, that's important. Having to just wait out so much different pieces of utility that a risk could do it all. Hunter's Fury thrown in to try and find some damage as the Wingman goes for the plant. I don't know if it's going to... Well, no, it's not. It's failed. Now they're stuck again. They have to go pushing. They have to go moving. Miniboo lands a 2nd shot, though. He might just be keeping them in the round, but there's the swing. Spike dropped once again. With 7 seconds left, Chronicle, all he has to do is try and drop it one more time, but he will die. So it doesn't matter in the end.
Somewhere we know that they're strong, but if they fail and falter here, that's the lower bracket run started. Fnatic 1 away. We'll find out how it goes after the break.
2nd and the 3rd. Going the other direction. Boo has picked up the mantle of his brother, trying to do that little bit more. Some nice shots, but the round still looks favored. The man against them, though, maybe the last man you'd want to come up against here.
He's up close, he's ahead of the curve, he's taking Crashies down, runs for the hill, and makes it round the corner. Plant will come through, but a real chance now. He's so focused on this path, on even it being a side push, but now he's spotted him. What a shot! What? Riens connects 2 to the dome of Alphayer.
And in the moment, there is no one else you want in those clutch scenarios with how solid Riens has been individually. It's just ridiculous.
And that's the right click. That's the right click.
They've had so many set plays around this. Why? He tries to run away. Oh, it's damage. They even had a salvo that goes behind. Riens is just trying to dodge every single piece of utility. Memes already being made on Twitter to prove like, Valorant, how difficult it could be to play. He does survive though, but well, his teammate has not. In fact, Riens didn't even last long.
Man, now Woot's looking the wrong way again. It was Kayak to distract him last time. This time, he's the one surprising him. And either way, this has got to be a save. Tag side, wipes them clean from the board.
They go, oh, we've done this amazing execution, and if they don't get a kill from it, they're not going, oh, I guess there was just no one there. They're going, okay, there was a gap here and here, so we're going to now execute into those positions and make it more awkward for players who have managed to.
Finding the man that got caught by the Thrash. And now 3 players on site ready for the battle. Fnatic walking right in to the fray. I like Kayak's spot, but no one's giving him an angle. Oh, here we go. He's up and above. He's caught them in the ult. The trade comes in quick with Miniboo shutting that down. Alpha all alone. He's been sensational so far. Gets the opportunity for one, but with 12 seconds left, that plant has to be stuck at this time, and the flank indeed should secure this round as he runs for that safe spot. It wasn't so safe with Boo around. Slow to get that plant down, and that's a problem. The Heretics have now rotated thanks to that early B play. They've got 4 players in position, ready to take that space. Ult pop, I believe, by Miniboo. Viper's Pit from the attack, though. That's going to be tough to fight back through with Alpha instantly rezzed.
They were hoping to try and kill him off again. Alpha are actually now 1 away from the lockdown. He gets a pick, and that kill on Tim might actually end up helping out. Chronicle as well, just holding the line already. They're trying to get it. Actually, I think that nanoswarm has missed. It's bounced up, but it doesn't matter. The spams have done the work anyway. And now all that remains is Boo! He's landed a multitude of kills, looking for a little bit more, but it was too much to ask. A 1v5.
Fnatic have come into this series looking clean on map number 1. That was their pick, but it was Heretics who chose to fight them here on Icebox. A big round from Boo, sure. A 3-piece put on the board without the use of his pit. Give that bit more space, but they need to find some solid ground to fight from. Towards Snowman is where they're looking, but there's plenty of players waiting. In goes the Armageddon, it's caught. One, Rienz is down, Woot forced into the open, and now the round seems to be in Fnatic's favor. A lot of ground to cover by Miniboo, by Boo. The pit falls, and they know where he's coming from. They'll drop him right away. Grand Finals bound are Fnatic, the first team to grace that upper spot, and they do it past the test of Team Heretics with flying colors.